The purpose of the county board meeting is to review the minutes and financial reports from previous meetings, as well as hearing manager reports and the committee chair reports and acting upon those recommendations of those reports. When you're at the meeting, be prepared. If you're mailed out a county information packet of minutes and financial statements, be sure that you have read those and are familiar with them before you get to the meeting. When you get there, be focused and be there. Your attendance is crucial for the success of your county farm bureau. Come prepared, come on time, and stay through the entire meeting. Stragglers coming in late and people trying to leave early has disruptions in the county meeting to the rest of the members and to the president. So try to be there with your full attention on that meeting. Expect an agenda and expect it to be followed while you're there. Be sure that you can stay on track through the meeting. The county needs you for decision making, policy development, and financial approval, and other key transactions that may occur during those board meetings. Being present and attentive ensures that you stay informed about the challenges and successes of the organization. Once the meeting ends, the work is just beginning. Stay engaged by serving on committees, being involved in policy development, and planning and attending educational and informational programs within the community. What are your duties as a county board meeting? You're elected to serve the interests of the members of that county. Be independent in thinking and judgment, and support the majority vote once a vote has been cast. Know the policies of the organization and the bylaws and abide by them in your county. Function as a board and not as individuals. An individual cannot bind the board, but the board must meet and act as a board, and support the majority position of the board once that position has been reached. How can you help your president make board meetings more productive? Present your opinions and keep your responses short and to the point, and be sure to stick to the agenda. County presidents also have a responsibility to the board. Start and end the meeting on time. Each member is a volunteer and their time is valuable, and we must remember that. Build an agenda and stick to it. It would be a good idea to send out these packets with the agenda and the minutes and financial statements early so that board members have a chance to be prepared when they show up to the meeting and are prepared for the meeting. Refocus attention and refer issues to committees if issues begin to drag or stall during the meeting and are beginning to take too much time.
We talk about the legal responsibilities of the County Farm Bureau Board of Directors. One of the first things we discuss, one of the first things that comes to mind, is that the board determines the general objectives and policies of the board, of the County Farm Bureau. The board also elects its officers from its members, and it is responsible for appointing the agency manager as the office manager, and the hiring of the MSRs is usually done by the agency manager, which in turn also is our office manager, with the county MSRs being employees of the County Board of Directors and the County Farm Bureau. The board also, when it comes to the legal aspects, controls and protects the corporate assets. The board has a fiduciary responsibility to the County Farm Bureau and to its members to control those assets and to make sure all of those are in line on a monthly and an annual basis as well. The board also establishes management and operating policies. Most of those are already in place and written down, but we also want to make sure that as we go along that we're maintaining those and that we're staying in the guidelines of those operating policies as well. The board also has the objective, the job of approving the salary and benefits for the county employees, such as the MSRs. That's one of the many important things that the board does when it comes to the legal aspects. Also, it's important that you require financial and progress reports. Each month, you have prepared financial statements, usually from the state office. Most of the county offices pay the state office to take care of the bank statements and the income tax returns and things like that on an annual basis, and in return the state sends those financial statements to the county each month. So it's important that the president, agency manager, and the board look at those each month, and that you know what kind of progress the county's making as far as on on our activities, but also just as important in our financial progress as well. We want to review and appraise services and programs, and also you want to make sure that you give a progress and financial report to your membership at your annual meeting. That's one of the basic responsibilities of the business portion of the annual meeting, is that we want to be able to share what the County Farm Bureau has done throughout the year in accordance with our bylaws and the things that we need to do at the annual meeting, as well as sharing those financial progress with the membership annually. And we also, it's very important that we maintain adequate minutes at all of our meetings, because when it comes to the County Farm Bureaus being set up as a nonprofit, the meeting minutes give us a paper trail for the IRS, so that proves that we're doing the things that we need to be doing as a nonprofit in the County Farm Bureaus, and the meeting minutes are part of our paper trail to be able to help prove that. Also, the legal aspects of the County Farm Bureau, when we get into the finite matters of that and into some of the paperwork and the documentation that we're talking about, some of the things that need to always be on hand at the County Farm Bureau in a personnel file, or actually in a file in a cabinet somewhere where you can get your hands on it very quickly, are the articles of incorporation, our county bylaws, our tax exempt letter, and also our federal income tax returns, our 990 and 990T forms. You know, a few years ago, the IRS started requiring nonprofits to sign a conflict of interest form each year for each member of the board to sign those conflict of interest forms and have them dated. We also want to have those signed annually and have those in the file with our important papers that we mentioned a while ago. Also, we want to make sure that we stay up to date with the Secretary of State's office on our registered agent, and making sure that our registered agent form is also updated annually, and that is current and where it needs to be. Now, moving on, we talk about minimizing legal exposure. And one of the things that we need to realize, that you need to realize as a board member, is that you are a vulnerable defendant, but also remembering that the insurance company provides a sizable liability policy for each board member and each board in case we have a legal matter or a legal issue that comes up. Everybody's covered, and so that there's no personal danger there, so that you're covered through the County Farm Bureau. Also, the board, when it comes to legal aspects, we talk about the County Farm Bureau corporate activities. We mentioned a while ago keeping accurate minutes. You also want to make sure that we send our county activity logs in each month, our county the committee meeting logs, as well as the Gold Star application. And I can't speak enough about the Gold Star application, the activity logs. That's an excellent way to keep up with our activities throughout the year, and it's also a good program of work. But also, that's a backup to the IRS documentation that we need, along with our county board meeting minutes. That Gold Star application for those 10 different areas, that documents what we do throughout the year and throughout each month. And if we're ever audited by the IRS, that gives our folks there in Little Rock good documentation to be able to give to the IRS, so that proves that there again that we're doing what we need to be doing as a nonprofit organization. You want to also maintain employee personnel files. We also want to stay interested in the County Farm Bureau activities. That's very important, because we don't ever want to lose focus of what's going on month to month. Even though you get busy with planning, you may be in the hay, whatever the case may be, we want to stay interested and stay focused on what's going on in the county. And your agency manager, your office manager, will do a good job of keeping you informed of that. And it's good to have a good working relationship there as well. Seek advice and counsel. A good way to do that is through your district director. If you have questions on financial matters, personnel matters, anything, we as your district directors are there to help you, to put you in touch with our talented and professional staff in the Little Rock office. We've got many resources there, and we can help you be able to take advantage of those resources in any way, shape, or form when it comes to the legal aspects of the County Farm Bureau, or any other issue for that matter. So moving on, we'll talk a little bit about the county committee functions, remembering that the county committees are appointed by the president, and they are approved by the board of directors. one of the most important things that we do in Farm Bureau is policy development and our policy implementation. The Policy Development Committee, though, we want to see those function each year as we get into the policy development season. One of the things that's important there is issue identification, taking things that are important to our members, our board members, putting them on paper in the form of policy recommendations to go on to the state and national level. And we want to see that policy executed. That's the way that we can get that done, is through our committees, through all the different committees, whether it be commodity committees, the legislative committees, whatever the case may be. That one responsibility, or the many responsibilities that fall on the County Farm Bureau, don't all fall at the president's feet. That's why we have those committees, so they can function and help the president and the county board be able to do the things and go about our mission statement within Farm Bureau and to carry out our mission there. In commodity promotion, whether you live in maybe a row crop county where you have rice, soybeans, or cotton, or maybe over in western Arkansas where you've got more forestry, cattle, poultry, you're going to have those commodity committees set up in your county. We want to be able to get out in our county at the county fairs and things like that and do commodity promotion. When we have an important issue going on in Little Rock or Washington, D.C., we want to be able to have those committee chairmen or chairpersons report back to the board and let them know what's going on in those particular areas. And that is another important reason for our committees, so that we can get that information back and it comes through our committees and our chairperson on the committee to be able to keep our County Farm Bureau boards functioning. And also on our commodity committees, we have the winter and state commodity division meetings. It's important that you have folks set up on your committees to attend those meetings so they can come back and let you all know as a board what the policy recommendations are that have been made at the state meetings in the winter and the summer as well. We talk about committee concepts. One of the four main things that the committees do is you're an advisory group to the board of directors. You also target issues and actions that are of commodity interest to your members. You also seek additional avenues for member involvement, and also you provide structure to the service you provide service to the members' needs and what our members' needs and interests are. And that may be in the form of recommending value plus benefits, whatever the case may be. So I encourage you on any issue that you have, contact your district directors, contact your state staff. That's what we're here for. We'll be happy to help you with any questions you may have at any time.